Game over. Catherine Herridge catches Lisa Page during her walk of shame by US4Trump.com. Earlier this morning, Lisa Page, the married lover to embattled FBI agent Peter Strzok, testified to Congress behind closed doors today on Capitol Hill, and Catherine Herridge catches her in the hallway. Lisa arrives mere hours after Peter was embroiled in a public congressional hearing about the bias in their over 50,000 text messages exchanged with government-issued cell phones. ABC News reports Page served as the deputy counsel to then FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe and worked briefly for the Mueller team, but was taken off the special counsel's staff when the text messages were discovered. Moreover, our favorite intelligence journalist Catherine Herridge was there to greet FBI lawyer Lisa Page as she arrives on Capitol Hill. Catherine was able to get ahead of Lisa Page in the hallway and ask a few questions, none of which Lisa answered, Catherine reports. Herridge was able to ask if Lisa Page watched Agent Strzok's testimony yesterday. Furthermore, Catherine asked if Lisa coordinated any of her testimony with Peter. Then, as she walked briskly, Catherine also asked if Lisa had any regrets. The Fox News intelligence journalist reports that Lisa plowed right through the reporters to one of the back entrances. Let's take a look at the video here, a little clip. Former FBI lawyer Lisa Page during her walk of shame. Yep. You can just imagine.
Fox News alert moments ago, former FBI lawyer Lisa Page, the woman, the other half of that duo, if you will, at the FBI sending those anti-Trump text messages. She's just arrived to meet with House lawmakers behind closed doors. She's gone back and forth about whether or not she'd do this. Under a subpoena, she would have had to. She defied a congressional subpoena to appear earlier this week, but now she has kept the meeting. This just one day after her lover, defiant Peter Strzok, faced off against House Republicans over those anti-Trump text messages that the two were exchanging and whether their personal opinions influenced decision-making at the FBI. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge is live on Capitol Hill with the latest. So this is the day 2, part 2 of that couple.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, that's right here, and it's been pretty frantic in the last few minutes because Lisa Page has just arrived here at the Rayburn House office building. We were able to throw her a few questions. I asked her if she watched Agent Strzok's testimony yesterday. I asked her whether she had in any way coordinated her testimony with Strzok or his legal team. And I also asked her if she had any regrets, and she didn't answer any of those questions. And she basically just plowed right through the reporters to one of the back entrances. This comes after that 10 hours of testimony yesterday from Agent Strzok, her former colleague and lover. One of the highlights from last night was when Strzok discussed his termination by the Russia special counsel. He said that Robert Mueller asked very few questions. Let's listen.
Did Robert Mueller ever ask you if you were biased against Donald Trump?
He did not.
Was it clear to you that Mr. Mueller was aware of these incendiary text messages?
Yes.
So he knew of the text messages, but never asked you whether you were biased or not.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. One of the big highlights from yesterday was Agent Strzok's explanation about that August 2016 text where he and Page discussed stopping then-candidate Trump. Strzok testified first that he couldn't remember the text and then later said it was driven by anger and what he described the belittling statements of candidate Trump that were targeted at a military family. But the timing is important here because that event with the Khan family was in late July of 2016 and Strzok did not write this text for about 8 days later. Let's listen.
So we'll stop it. You were speaking on behalf of the American people. Is that correct?
I don't recall writing that text.
Are you denying writing the text?
What I can tell you is that text in no way suggested that I or the FBI would take any action to influence the candidacy of
Agent Strzok, that is a fantastic answer to a question nobody asked.
Another text that they had to address was this 2016 text where Page and Strzok had very disparaging comments for Trump supporters in Southern Virginia, where they talked about they had a smell. Let's listen to that exchange.
What does Trump support smell like, Mr. Strzok?
Sir, that's an expression of speech. I clearly wasn't smelling one thing or the other. What I meant by that was living in Northern Virginia, having traveled 100 and 150 miles south within the same state, I was struck by the extraordinary difference in the expression of political opinion and belief amongst the community there.
And you described that as smell in capital letters.
Sir, that was the quick choice of words.
Democrats ran a lot of interference throughout that 10-hour hearing and made the point, which is a very legitimate point, that if Agent Strzok was so filled with anti-Trump bias, if he wanted to derail the campaign, he could have got some of that information to the media, which did not happen. Let's hear that exchange.
If you had wanted to harm and interfere with the election of President Trump, you could have leaked information that the investigation was ongoing. But none of that came out.
Character assassination, demagoguery, connecting dots that aren't meant to be connected, generalizing from an isolated incident, cherry-picking facts, sometimes fabricating facts. It's astounding. It's a new low in the United States Congress. What a shame.
One of the reasons that Lisa Page is on Capitol Hill today for this closed-door deposition, so that's a transcribed interview, is that she was threatened with contempt. She had to either show up for the public testimony was struck yesterday or come today for a deposition, or they would initiate contempt proceedings. We anticipate she'll be inside several hours today and then back again Monday for a second session, Harris.
Do we know, Catherine, before I let you go, what the differences will be between today and Monday, or is it just a matter of having more time?
My sense from my discussions, Harris, is that it's really down to logistics and timing, because if you look at Agent Strzok's deposition, that went for 11 hours, 90 minutes was in a classified session, so it may just be a matter of timing.
I gotcha.
Well, as you can see, she wasn't going to answer any questions. She was running. She had to show up or she was going to go in. That's for sure. That's for sure. Let's see what takes place now. But they're not in a good position at all. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.